Hey, I'm Mark Cummings from Half the Heart, Twice the Determination here at Super Summer Seminar in Herkimer, New York. I'm here with Mark Joseph from Spartan Training Gear. He has some of his Hoplite armor. Hoplite armor is for impact reduction scenario-based training, correct, sir?
That's right.
Okay. I just wanted Mark to explain his training gear a little bit and just show you some of the features and explain how it might be different from other any kind of training equipment out there. Sir?
Thank you.
No
like Mark said, the Spartan training armor is basically impact reduction scenario equipment. It's designed to absorb the blunt force trauma during live dynamic scenarios. It's a 7-component suit, head to toe, helmet, chest guard, elbow forearm guards, shorts, shin guards. It's available as a unit. It can also be purchased in individual components depending on your kind of training. We're just going to show you some of the pieces of the gear today. I've already geared up on the lower parts just to save some time. I'm going to show you guys the upper body protection. I'll put those on, explain some of the features as I put it on, and just kind of let you guys see what the Spartan armor is comprised of. So we'll start with the shin guard. Upper foot protection, plastic trauma plating, and high density foams along the shins. Full knee pad protection. Also the option to remove the knee if you want to do isolation shin kicks. One of the cool features of this one is it's got a detachable knee. So if you want to do isolation shin strikes and you don't want that added protection of the knee, it literally takes a couple of seconds. Just slap that back on, throw the Velcro back around, and you're back in business. You got your knee protection. Shorts are standard shorts. A lot of protection and padding around the thigh area for shin strikes. You know, falling during scenarios. Even in a matted room, you know, some of that impact can be pretty severe. So you got good padding here, hip protection, butt protection, low profile waist. You'll see in a minute when I put the chest guard on that basically the chest guard shouldn't interfere with the shorts. There's a lot of gear out there that's got a lot of rib protection that's part of the shorts. The issue with that is the torso has a tendency to interfere with the shorts. Yes. So you want all the pieces of the gear to be as optimally functional together as a unit as possible. So low profile. What's great about these shorts is they can be worn by martial artists. They're good for military. If you're a law enforcement officer and you want to wear a duty belt, there's no interference here whatsoever. So you can just clip your duty belt on. We have added groin protection that can be removed with the Velcro. That'll protect you. You can still wear a cup on the inside. There's enough room, but there's enough padding in there now without the cup that if you're just doing if you're not specifically targeting groin strikes and you're just doing scenario-based stuff, you've got adequate protection to keep you safe in that respect. One of the big things about the gear is whatever you can do without the gear, we want you to replicate the same move with the same ease and facility in the gear. The gear should not be restrictive. It should not limit your range of motion or your mobility in any way. And it allows the role players to replicate true-to-life scenarios, even with the equipment, without having that kind of Michelin Man, bulky, uncomfortable, unrealistic kind of look. I'm just going to jump to some of the upper body protection. New this year, this is part of the Spartan 2.0 series. We went away from the traditional kind of elbow forearm guard that's got straps and stuff that are uncomfortable, it kind of cuts into the arms. We went with more of a compression sleeve design that's got Lycra spandex along the inside, a little bit more heavy-duty protection, including plastic trauma plating, high-density foams along the elbow. It's as easy as just slipping it on. And we've got low-profile gloves also, so if you're in corrections, you can throw some cuffs on there. The shin guard, the elbow guard, sorry, is short enough that you can access the wrist. And as you can see, there's no issue there with elastics, no cutting into the arm. It's pretty solid. I mean, you can grab onto that, and you can see even in an arm manipulation, limb manipulation, if you're doing weapon retention, this kind of stuff, the elbow forearm guard is not going to slide around your arm. Because it is breathable, you know, it'll dry pretty quickly from the sweat, so there's no issue there. I'll just throw the other one on here real quick.
That's wonderful to be able to just slip it on.
Yeah. So there's no messing with straps. There's nothing. You literally pull it on. It's nice and tight, and you're in business right away.
I know the straps would tend to cut into your arm a little bit, so to have this is much more comfortable.
Absolutely. This is the Spartan vest. This is kind of like the main piece in the suit. I'll just throw it on real quick, and then I'll explain some of the modifications we made to it. Anybody who's seen gear like this before, most of the closures work with elastics. We moved away from that just for functionality and a little bit more ease of putting it on. It's got an abdominal brace here, it's closed with Velcro. We've added additional rib protection here, so this is what I was mentioning earlier with the shorts, is because there's no plastic trauma plating or anything as with some of the other models of this kind of suit, the chest guard will just sit seamlessly on top of the shorts. We moved away from a front to back closure only because at the end of training sessions when people are fatigued, their muscles are swollen, a lot of people don't have the range of motion unless they have trained that and prepared for that to be able to reach back and pull elastics and stuff open. So we went with more of a ballistic closure. So basically, you pull the front of the gear open, you hold that down, close it over, and then you just finish off the front of the gear. So it's got more of what I call a ballistic closure. I'll just throw the shoulder pieces on here. So again, more of a ballistic closure. No more elastics, webbing, straps instead, which are much more durable, much more functional. You do all your training, the gear doesn't move, full range of motion. When you're done your training, it's as easy as just peeling off the top piece, unstrapping, and you're out. And then the crowning jewel in the suit, the last piece really is the helmet.
Put that on me, sir. You put it on me, show them how it goes on.
Sure.
Figure I'm standing here.
A couple of straps in the back. All you got to do is pop them open. You throw that on and I'll show how it closes up in the back. So helmet slides on in the back. There's 7 adjustable straps on the helmet, but this is the main one. Once you've got the helmet kind of cinched down, you don't really need to undo every piece. You just got to undo this one. Close that over. Close off the last piece. Turn around and face the camera. The visor is anti-scratch coated on the outside, anti-fog on the inside. So you can take this on for 15-20 minutes, you can keep it on for an hour, 2 hours. You can train with this thing all day and you're not going to have any issues with fogging. Holes for better audible, better breathing. There's ear holes so that you can hear your instructors, whoever else is training with you. And the helmet is designed vertically so that there are minimal openings on the top of the helmet. So if you just kind of bend over, you can see that when the helmet is closed up and sealed up tightly, there's no gaps on the side of the head, so there's no risk of getting forms or elbows or anything slipping in here. If you're law enforcement, you're training with weapons, no muzzles, no pistols, no long guns, nothing can penetrate and get in there. Here, stand up, turn around. The back of the helmet finishes off, protects the lower part of the neck. We've got a throat guard that comes around the back, that comes all the way around the back, and then you've got the chest guard that would be sitting here. So pretty much the suit will protect you head to toe. Again, 7 components, everything from the shin guards all the way up to the visors, and that's it. That's pretty much that's the Spartan training armor.
Yep. And obviously it's a little easier to take off than some of the other gear.
Yeah.
So.
Once you've got there's an optimal way to put this thing on. Once you've got that down and you've practiced it a couple of times, it takes less than 2 minutes to gear up. So it's you're spending minimal time getting geared up, and then once you're in, the gear is very light. It's less than 10 pounds head to toe, so it's not bulky or heavy. It'll let you move the way you normally would. Again, no issues with fogging. It breathes very well. It's polyester and mesh on the inside, so it'll breathe really well. And that's it. That's pretty much it.